Hello, good morning. Well, what a morning this is. Um, let's see, where do I start? Okay, so I'll start with, I don't know, I don't know where to start. There's so much to talk about. Yesterday was a day. Um, whew, I started a dose of sertraline the day before. I had weirdness in the night. I didn't take it yesterday morning. I still don't know what I'm going to do today. Um, but my God, I had 3 hours sleep and I woke up and I didn't record. I didn't record until the afternoon. And because something shifted for me, I really had to be very present in the moment. And I don't think I even understood what that meant. I think I was fooling myself. But as I was lying there, dealing with my brain chemistry and everything, I kept saying, be in this moment, be in this moment. And I really was in that moment. I wasn't thinking ahead at all. And it was amazing. It was amazing the changes that came about. So the second time I rested, because maybe I fell asleep a little bit that second time. I don't know. I was trying to calm my brain down. I kept focusing on breathing in and breathing out. And that worked as well. The second time I woke up, I watched a reel. It came up on my phone immediately. And boy, it has been so impactful. It talked about your brain's reticular activating system and how it's a search engine for the brain. And depending on what you focus on, it's what the brain will look for. It's constantly surveying. And this talked about just asking a simple question. What is already working in my life? And, I realize for some people, that may be a very small thing. And he said, start really small. I ate today. I got up. I walked around. I don't know. It's up to you. I have a lot of things that are already working in my life, including me working, which is amazing. And so I was able to list those out. I read those. I kept adding to the list. I read those to myself before I went to bed. And boy, that made a big difference. Huge difference. I finally got something. And, I had a great evening. I brought apricots over to my neighbor. We talked on the phone for a bit. She was out in the backyard. She didn't answer the door. And then I went to sleep and I slept for 8 hours. Which is amazing, right? And I'm going to do it again tonight. I really am. I'm going to repeat that, unless of course I don't, but I'm going to repeat that. And when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, this feels great. I stretched a little. Normally I'm not relaxed at all in the morning. I stretched a little bit. Just in bed, just sort of like, anyway, I'm thinking back to something that's funny, so I'll share that with you sometime. But I stretched in bed a tiny little bit, and I thought about, wow, this is amazing. I'm myself. And then the construct started to come in, the long COVID. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And I've thought that before. This is a construct for some reason. And I don't know, maybe it just is for me, maybe not for you. But I thought back to the Wired article that was released the other day, the painful truth about long COVID. And it talks about how retraining the brain is what's working for some people. And I think that's what's going to work for me. Because my brain is so suggestible, so impressionable, and so fluid still. And so I'm going to find somebody to help me retrain my brain. I am. I'm going to find somebody to help me with that in the way that people are doing it that's working. So let's see, what do we want to get out of today? I'm going to be watching tennis in a little bit. It's the men's final, French Open final. Elisa Zverev's not going to win in a walkover. But I don't know, this morning I almost felt like I had my old life back. And I don't want my old life back. I want my new life. And that's going to be amazing. I'm starting to get a little nervous thinking about that. I still, you know, oh gosh, I don't want to feel anxiety, but I think it's here for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna have to decide what to do about that. Whether to take something, whether to not take something, I don't know. My brain is very powerful. Your brain is very powerful. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I had shades of ease. Shades of Ease. There you go. There's the name for my new CD. Shades of Ease. I don't know. It doesn't roll off the tongue, but I understand it, and it feels good. So Shades of Ease. I had those. I'm so grateful for those to be able to feel that again, be able to know that that's there, and that I can. I don't know if I can move this construct right away, or it's going to take a while. I don't know. But this is a construct that I'm in. And I'm not saying that's not real, but it is a construct of some kind or another. And I don't know why I'm here. I don't need to know why I'm here. I got a piece yesterday about really being in the moment. Yes, in the moment. And that was great. So I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to go watch tennis. The finals probably already started. And I just want to encourage you to find your way through. Look for what you need. It's not going to be what I need, not going to be what anybody else needs. Look for what you need. And I learned that from my brother, who's also going through long COVID from a vaccine injury up in Connecticut. What he needs is something different than what I need. And we realize that. We share some things, but we say, oh, that's not what I need. So, blessings, gratitude, lots of gratitude for getting some insight and feeling the way I do, and having shades of what it can be for me. Take care. Be well. Bye.